What the hell are you doing, bro? What are you doing? Snacky Chan just dropped his video.
Got a script in his tuck. Yahweh, I be lifting them up. One day without God, I feel weak. Like I ain't lifting them up. Lifting them up. Yahweh, I be lifting them up. Your way, way better. My way, no way. I'm giving it up like whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Alright, now that that's over with, this is PvP secrets and tips that you probably don't know if you're a casual player. Alright, starting with number 1, we're going to go with animation canceling. Alright, this is something that's been in the game for years and years and years. But essentially, it's just light attack ability block immediately after. Alright, I'm going to show a few different examples of how this exactly works. You can actually fit in a bash in between this rotation as well, which I'll show you in just a second. But as you can see, it's light attack ability, block immediately after. Super simple, super effective, saves you a lot of time, play more defensive. Alright, and here's another example. So it's light attack ability, block immediately after. There's also bar swap and canceling. So as soon as you cast the ability and you get your light attack off, you just bar swap. Don't mind me, I'm caught snacking, alright? I'm just eating grapes, alright? Can a man not eat some grapes? I just wanted to eat some grapes. I'm chilling, I'm on break. Alright, enough said. Defensive, skill, most underrated, L2. Blocking, effective, keeps you alive. And having it in your rotation in the form of an anti-cancel is OP. How do we use rocks appropriately? Well, that's a prime example right there. Knowing where to get up on rocks and being very consistent with it. So right there is a general area for that rock to get up on. Very simple, very easy, especially whenever you're faced with multiple attackers. That is the way to do it. So you get up on the rock, but then what? What do you do? Where do you go? This is where knowing your terrain matters the most. So, as you can see, I'm showing you guys exactly how to get up. And once you're there, let's say they follow you. Well, then you just move to the next platform. Alright? When you're there to the next platform, if you're overwhelmed, then you would hop to the platform behind me, as you can see right there. And then you can just fall through that crack there, and then bam. And 9 times out of 10, whenever they try to get in that crack with you, they fall right off. And that's some pretty heavy fall damage. Now, there's a trick with terrains like this, where if you hug tight the rock, you can actually make it all the way back around without falling off. Now, most players are going to be so aggressive on you, especially when they're zerging, that they're going to literally fly off that rock, which gives you more time to create gaps where they are overextended and you can capitalize on it. Okay? But what if you get to that part over there and there's people down below? So we'll get into that here in just a second. Say you get up on this rock and you're trying to make it to that rock again. But there's enemies down below there. Well, what do? You just rinse and repeat. Same thing, over and over again. Switch it up just a little bit different each time. Make them anticipate and be unpredictable. Okay? Go right back down. And then as you can see, I'll show you just how simple this is. It's really not hard once you get the hang of it. But it's as simple as just hugging tight the rock. That's some fall damage right there if they fly down. Hug tight that rock. Make it all the way back around. Very simple, very effective, and it works. A big part of understanding the game is, well, knowing that not every situation is going to be ideal, and you're not always going to have the best, I guess, terrains to work with. This one right here is very flat, but off the rip, I can think of a few different places I can go to where I would be okay. What's neat about this is if you have streak, it makes it super easy to just move between rocks, whereas other players would be limited to just moving. So See what I mean? So there's places like this where you can go all the way around and back up, okay? Now they're stuck down below. Now if you add in snares to that, if you snare opponents behind you, it makes it so much harder for them to catch up to you, which creates distance and allows you to build resources back up for better combat. But right here was the first spot that I thought of. But as you can see, it's really just all about high level plays and understanding where you're at and working with what the best you got. Very simple, very effective. One of my favorite things to do is have rock fights. It's very fun. These things have been in the game for years. They've been around since launch, and they make the game more interesting. I really like it. I like fighting outnumbered. I like utilizing resources. It just feels more epic. But yeah, this is how you guys use rocks. There's tons of different rocks that you can use, tons of different ways, but always be on the lookout for a place that you can go to get a good line of sight on your opponent. Alright, now we're going to get into kiting towers, alright? Say you got multiple attackers out there on the flag right now, alright? Do not stand right there, okay? You will die, alright? Stand here on the side, alright? If you look right there, you can see the entire flag, so you can see when they're rushing in. You have plenty of time to react, alright? Super simple. Never stand in the middle where multiple attackers are going to just wail on you, alright? So when they get in here, alright? Notice how I move here? That's to sucker them in. It's a trick. It's a trick. So what I'm doing is whenever I move in to that corner, right? I'll bait them here. Come back to the corner. And then I'll cast my ability. Move the other side. Now what that does is it forces them into vulnerable positions, alright? Now I'm no longer trapped. They're trapped. They're stuck eating whatever damage I can wail at them right there. Okay? Positioning is what matters the most, and you never want to allow your opponents or anybody to put you in vulnerable positions. And as soon as you're in them, you need to think of a way to bait them out of that and force them into that same vulnerable position. It's all about strategy in this elf game. It's very important. Now say you got a Zerg on you, this is what you do. You run, okay? You run until you can find at least a time when you can kill 1, 2, maybe 3 people at a time. You're not going to kill a Zerg by yourself. Alright, this one is my favorite trick. So it's just hopping platform to platform, but most players, like I've said before, when they're Zerging you down, they are playing super aggressive, and you can use that momentum against them. This is one perfect way to do it. As long as you're not panicking and you're moving like Wata, you know what I mean? This is easy. And they can't hit you because 9 times out of 10 they'll be so focused on chasing you, and they got the zoomies that you're just moving like nothing around them. It's very easy. Like I said, just the main thing, especially in just 1vx in general or outnumbered fights, panicking is guaranteed death. If this video helped you become a better player, please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. Take it easy, guys.
I've really been ready to stand on my business since day one. I got the sauce like A1, hitting the shuffle. These niggas do no trouble, cause I make the cards that they play on. Bitch, I'm an animal, find me a op I can prey on. Little body butt, put some weight on. Standing on business, your shot it was ducking these niggas, but with me her clothes, they gon' stay on. Damn, she give me